But Netflix is being sued over No Limit. It's a film that suggests a freediver killed his wife. So this is really recent. Okay, so Netflix was sued on Wednesday over No Limit, a fictionalized film that suggests a freediver deliberately killed his wife in a diving incident. The French language film is based on the true story of Francisco Pipin Ferreras and his wife Audrey Mester. They were a celebrity couple within the world of freediving, an extreme sport in which divers descend hundreds of feet without oxygen. Yeah. So Mester drowned while attempting a dive in the Dominican Republic in 2002, and after the device that was supposed to carry her to the surface malfunctioned. The film itself tells a story of Pascal Gauthier and Roxanne Aubrey, a fictionalized version of the couple. Gauthier is depicted as abusive and jealous of Aubrey's success, and in the climactic scene, the film strongly implies that Gauthier sabotaged her compressed air tank, leaving it without enough air to bring her to the surface. So Ferreras filed a defamation lawsuit on Wednesday, alleging that the film portrays him as a murderer. The film also shows Gauthier choking Aubrey during sex, and both characters cheating on each other, leading to a confrontation just before the fatal dive. And there's a statement that says, "I don't know how people can do something like that," Ferreras said in a phone interview from his home in Cuba. "They turned the story around. They put it in the way they wanted. That really hurt me." The film includes a disclaimer saying that it is a work of fiction and that any resemblance to real people is coincidental. It also says that it is inspired by real events at the end. There is a title card with Mester's photograph and a brief account of her death. So that's where they fucked up. Ooh. The writer-director David M. Rosenthal told Variety in an interview that the film was vetted by lawyers before going into production. It doesn't matter if you've edited it and you put a picture of someone's death at the end. I mean, that's in the edit bay. Doesn't matter if the lawyers vetted it before it went into production. Apparently, he doesn't think Ferreras has a case. This is a fictionalized.
What they're saying is that this work is a complete fiction, and any resemblance is coincidental.
But hey, look at this!
But it's always also inspired by a real story. And here's a picture of the dude. Right, got it.
Not only that, literally an account of her death.
Yeah, see, that's
at the end of the film.
Yeah, they're done. They're gonna lose this so quickly. It's not even funny. In fact, I would be, if I were Netflix, I would be writing a giant check now.
Well, here's the statement from the director again, the writer and director. Yeah. This is a fictionalization of stories that were very much on the public eye, from documentaries to many articles and books about this. What I wrote is fiction with fictional characters. I'm sure he's trying to make a buck here by suing Netflix.
Unless you use the actual picture and names and account of the living person.
Or the dead person.
Yeah. Or in this case, dead person. Yes.
I mean,
this guy just fucked himself a little bit here. I'm just going to say it. Sorry.
Just a rudimentary glance at it. I'm like, well, no, it looks like you've absolutely done exactly what that guy said. You are implying that the story is about him at the end of the film.
Yeah.
And that the death is like you. That's what there's an implication there. So fucking ridiculous.
This is so bad.
So since its release, he says he's been bombarded with accusatory comments on social media, the real diver. His lawyer, Alexandra Rufus Isaac, has sued Netflix twice, previously on behalf of people who say they were defamed by the platform's fictional shows. Rufus Isaacs represented Nona Gaprinadishvili, a Georgian chess champion who was referenced in The Queen's Gambit when a character said falsely that she had never faced male competitors. He also represents a Vanity Fair staffer who claimed she was defamed by the show Inventing Anna about the con artist Anna Sorokin. In a statement, Rufus Isaacs said that the makers of No Limit had engaged in a clear and despicable libel. Filmmakers cannot make a film about a real-life situation and simply change some names and dress it up as fiction in order to escape liability for defamation. I'm astounded that the defendants' lawyers did not strongly advise them against doing so. I can see a jury awarding Pippin a very significant amount of damages, and Netflix declined to comment, of course. Again, rudimentary glance, they done fucked up big time. How can you do that? You can't just sit there and be like, look, this is fiction. Everything that you see here is fiction. This is based on no one. It's coincidental. builds to a big climactic end scene where someone dies. Oh, here's a real person that died, and here's how she died. How did you? What are you doing?
Yeah, this strangely mirrors exactly what we just presented on screen.
And
completely unrelated.
Based on real events, but entirely fictional. What the fuck are you talking about? Wow.
If I were Netflix, I'd never work with this Rosenthal fella again. And I would actually reach out to this guy and be like, okay, shut up. What do you want? Because there's no winning here. And if you drag this out for a long period of time, you're going to get a lot of people smelling for unpleasant aromas and a lot of other things that they've produced that are too closely aligned with real life events. This bad. That's dumb. How did this happen?
Yeah, they done messed up. It's unbelievable. Someone made some really bad decisions early on here, thought they could get away with it. I mean, it must have been like a new, inexperienced lawyer that said, yeah, if we just like say based on fictional events, then we're fine. We can do whatever. Someone else must have had some kind of vendetta or been vindictive or something. Because, yeah, they done messed up right here. And this dude, whatever their lawyers claim, he's going to win. Even if it's in France and with Macron being a new dictator and everything like that, but even there they have courts enough that that ain't no way that this is going to fly.
The guy's in Cuba. He's Cuban.
Okay, yeah, well, even so.
Oh, he's home in Cuba. So he's in Cuba. Yeah, that would work. Yeah. I just how could you possibly think that you're not defaming someone at that point? And the thing is that the writer and director's defenses, well, it was all approved before we went into production. Yeah, okay, but you put something at the end of the film in the edit bay, you idiot. That links it all together, ties it up in a nice little bow. It's the cherry on top for the lawsuit. God, ludicrous. I think they'll lose massively.
Oh, they should.
My hot prediction.
Yeah, they're. Regardless of what happened between these individuals in their personal life, like, yeah, he did not cross his T's and dot his I's at all, the filmmaker. And Netflix is on the hook for it, it sounds like. So.
Yeah, Netflix is being sued.
Yeah, if they are the owners of this, then rightfully so. I mean, they need to have like the buck stops with them ultimately.
You always try to get into the deepest pockets. Netflix has the deepest pockets.
But they approved it. It's a Netflix film, isn't it? So that's the thing, right? They are the creators of it, the distributors, the creators, the owners. They hold the rights, therefore they're sort of on the hook. Wow. But yeah, you are right, deepest pockets.